shadows. As a dragon, I will survive.
What if you were chilling at home one day and you opened your door and you saw this? Well, in this horror game, we seemingly adopt a very normal cat, but things soon go wrong.
Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Shadow Dragon here, and welcome to a horror game called Do Not Take This Cat Home. All right, everybody sit back, relax, grab your favorite snack, and let's get going, man. Continue. What? Wait, I played this game before? Oh, I must have never uploaded. What the frick? Oh, sure. You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out, and you're actually glad that you did. The weather is absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do, maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. Meow. Oh, what was that? Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sounds to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. The sunlight only just manages to reach down in between the tall buildings on either side. You typically enter the alley and walk forward, the loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground softening your steps. Meow, meow. Finally, the sound source comes to view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat. Huh, I guess that should have been obvious. Meow. It's an interesting looking cat. It's pretty yellow eyes, shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Meow. So, you look so familiar, right? Then again, it's a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look after all. This one sure is a cutie, though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other stray cats have in the past. It's just sitting there patiently, waiting for you to do something. Well, the whole point of the game is to not take the cat home, right? So, let's do not take it home. Sally, as cute as the cat is, you'd never take this thing home with you. You can't just take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. Yeah, you are. With rent and bills to pay for, not to mention you need to buy food to survive too. There's no way you can care for a cat long term, right? You can barely afford this little outing on your day off. What to do? I have no idea. Play a bit? Oh, you just want a little attention, don't you? Poor thing must be bored sitting in that box today. You're not sure you're doing much of you're not sure you're much of an interesting companion, but you're willing to do your best. It's gotta be something you can entangle the creature with. So what? Check out pockets. Dig into your pockets. You find a small piece of string in your left pocket, not very helpful. String is far too short. As an eager and excited cat leaping for it could easily lead you to getting bitten and scratched. In your right pocket is a bar of chocolate. Not too helpful either right now. The only other thing goes on you is your phone. It's not much of anything the cat can play with, but there is something you can do. What that's it? Photo montage! Well, that was fun, right? Well, you enjoyed yourself, with nothing else to do and no intention of taking the cat home. You decide it's probably best to leave. You don't want the cat to get too attached after all. At least you have some memories to take with you. Okay, see you around, I guess. Good luck. Okay. Turn and walk away, but leave the alley. Hmm? Your phone just got a message. You open it up and... What? Aren't I cute? What the frick? It's familiar. Picture of familiar. It's a picture of a familiar-looking cat. Huh? Cat does look cute and happier in the picture. That's not a picture you recognize. What the heck did I... You didn't take this picture. You pick up your shot at the cat. But the cat is simply looking at you. What the f... Emil sadly is pleading you to come back. I need to get the hell out of here, bro. This thing's scary. You ignore the cat and briskly walk out the alley without another look. Ooh, that was weird. You're good this way when... Not again. You reluctantly look at the message and... Don't ignore me. Great how you decide to just go home. Yeah, how the hell is this thing texting without a phone, by the way? I know you're seeing this. Come back. Come back. What the frick, man? Okay, that's enough, bro. Ew, that's... Ew, what the frick? Come back. Don't... Fucking hell, man. What's going on? Hello? I can see you. Can always see you. You can't hide. I'll always find you. Your eyes dot around nervous and certain that you're being followed. Well, there's nothing there. Sorry about that. You're finally home, but you feel too shaky for a relief to calm down. You rush to the bathroom and slam the door behind you. Everything's okay. This isn't real. It's just like a bad dream. Everything's okay. You fumble the dark turtle the sink and splash faces cold water, hoping it will calm your mind and stop the hallucinations. Because that's all they are, right? Hallucinations? You're really regretting leaving home today. You must have been overworking yourself more than you realized. Yeah, that must be. You jump at your phone alerts you to yet another message received. Oh, I don't want to check the phone. Probably it's getting super long today. Fine. Shake hands, you look at your phone. Hi, friend. Holy shit. What? Starting well around instinctively jump back. You slip. Smashing the back of your head into the bathroom mirror. Then register the pain shed, your eyes shifting wildly around the room. There's nothing there. Nothing at all. You feel dizzy. You dazedly feel the back of your head and examine your hand. You can't really see anything, but it feels warm and wet. You smell of copper fills the air. Dizziness overwhelms you, collapse on the bathroom tiles. Help. You reach for your phone to call an ambulance. Batteries are dead. Ending 30. Photo vomit. Ending 30? What the frick? Ending 30 is crazy. Alright, let's jump back in, man. We've got stuff to do. Alright, we're not taking you home again. This thing's evil. We've seen. What if we just, like, straight up leave? Let's just do that, right? Bro. You don't think it's a good idea to get the cat's hopes up of having someone look after him when you're not willing to commit? What if it gets attached to that tracks you down back to your home? You'd never get away from it then. Sorry, I'll see you around, I guess. We sent up the cat watching your move. Make halfway out the alley when the cat meows almost pitifully at you. Ignore. Nope, you don't. You need to nip this in the bud and get on with your day. It's what's best for both of you. You leave the alley and continue on your way. Wait, what was I doing? All of the excitement of dealing with your furry dilemma, you'd forgotten that you still haven't decided on what you're going to do for your day off. Right, there's so many options. I guess we'll watch a movie. It's been a while since a film came out that looked interesting enough for you to drag yourself to a movie theater. There's a showing of one such film at the old video. Video? What's that even mean? The movie was a little too niche to be picked up by the new cinema that opened right across the street. That's good though, you're not exactly a fan of the crowd, so nothing ruins the experience of watching a new movie for you than a noisy audience. That is true though. Bro, how am I supposed to keep up? Go to the old theater. You can buy your ticket from the counter man, the booth inside. It's barren of any trace of other people, and the decor looks like it hasn't changed since the 80s, maybe in the 70s. That's what you were counting on. You consider buying some popcorn, but can't help but be concerned that everything in the concession stand might be expired. Move on and walk through the halls, finally locating the theater designed on your ticket stub. As expected, the theater your movie playing in is completely empty. Perfect. You pick a spot right in the middle, even count the seats, and take into consideration the gap of the staircase. As you settle in, the dim lights fade away, leaving the room pitch black for a few seconds. Before the screen flickers on, no commercial trailer pop up, the movie just begins. Please, you shrug and let yourself get immersed in the opening scene. But just as you're getting into the premise, doors open behind you momentarily, casting light into the room, ruining the atmosphere. You hold in a frustrated sigh. It's a public establishment after all. This place can't exactly afford to stay open if you're the only customer. You gotta refocus on the movie, you sense a new presence slowly shifting around the theater. Before heading in your general direction. What? You gape in utter disbelief as a stranger shuffles down the aisle only to sit right in front of you. Bro, it's like when you park your car at the shopping center and like there's tons of parking spots and that they just park right next to you. Like seriously, there's no one else here and plenty of place to sit. The stranger is also unusually tall. Even with a stadium-like range with the seats being on a somewhat steep incline, they're completely blocking your view. Which I'm sure. You don't want to risk escalating the situation further. Soul's fingers already making you uneasy. Why would they choose to sit right in front of you? Sure, they know you would be able to see past them. Shake you have a passive-aggressive scoff in the strange direction. You reluctantly pick another less perfect seat in the theater, but as you settle down, you see the strange person get up. Only one can sit down in the seat directly in front of you. Look around somewhat helplessly, as if waiting for someone to silently agree with you about how odd all of this is, or at least to inform you that it's all an elaborate prank. But there's no one else here with you. That's how you always liked it. But you kind of think that maybe it'd be nice to have someone else here if it meant not being alone with this weird jerk. You hate confrontation. You can already feel your palms start to sweat the idea of it. Your throat's closing up, your voice starts to shake. You've always been more of a flighter than a fighter. You paid for this ticket. You wanted to watch the movie for ages, and now total strangers ruined the entire experience for you. You're all alone this speeder. There's no one who will help you if something goes wrong. If you're angry enough that you ignore the signs of your body begging you to put as much distance as you can between yourself and the stranger, you stand up even standing tall, standing and higher up on the incline. The stranger is still at least a head taller than you. As the movie continues to play in the background, but you feel as if a hush immediately falls heavily over the theater at your movement. And as if you can sense the stranger anticipating what you plan to do next, you square your shoulders and force a little bass into your voice. Hey! The effort makes your words come out more harsh than you intended, like a son of the vicious spark. But you figure they deserve it anyway. You've been a real jerk, you know that. Just what are you playing at, huh? Are you trying to piss me off? The silence that follows your words is deafening. So much so that you glance at the screen and only find that the movie has paused. Your attention is ripped back to stranger in front of you as they shift slowly. Like a small animal trying desperately to anticipate the moves of a predator, you don't move an inch. You don't look away. You don't dare to blink. Set your eyes wide as the person's head turns. And it turns some more. Then turns more beyond what should be possible, neck bones cracking. To face you directly. Oh shit. You can't move. White glowing eyes resting above a wide and grinning mouth gaze down at you. The stranger opens his mouth and what comes out next is something impossible to comprehend. Yeah, okay, it's the cat again. Frick, bro. What's endlessly damn creaks like a weighty door foreboding and oddly melodic. Alluring, but it also snaps you out of your terrified trance, and before you know it, you're already out the door. Run through the halls with the empty feeder, heading for the exit. Your time watching from behind, but you're too afraid to look. The exit now in sight, you sprint forward and burst for the doors. Look around frantically and spot the crowded cinema across the street. People, that's what you need, safety numbers and all that. Without thinking, you rush to the street when a sinking sensation causes down your spine, compelling you to look behind you. Don't look behind you. Sorry for what that says, but hey, I'm doing it. Despite your resistance, you feel your head turn to look back of its own record, while in the middle of the street. Frick. Catch a glimpse of a grotesque-looking bird standing behind the glass doors of the old feeder, watching you intensely, cradling something in their arms, something familiar. But what the frick was that? Optimus Prime, bro? Glitz is all you get as the truck speeds forward and crashes into your body. Hold on. You kill an impact, your body splattered across the road and crushed further into the heavy tires. Ending poor screening arrangements. Through the dream risk of pain over your shoulder, you rush across the streets of the new cinema theater. You didn't realize that it felt like you've been surrounded by some kind of dreadful presence. Until a very solid bed, she's leaving you feeling more than a little shaken, but at least breathing comes easy. You think it's within your best interest to repress everything that just happens. Yeah, decide to wait for the movie you've been anticipating to be available on DVD or streaming. You join the long line outside the new cinema. By the time you reach the ticket booth, you just want to get inside. So you pick a movie at random, take your ticket from the tired-looking teenager man in the booth. The decorous chicken sleek in the inside is bustling with people. It's not what you're usually into. It's kind of nice not being alone. Even if you're a little lonely, watching families, a group of friends laughing amongst themselves, you'd get some popcorn, but the lines at the concession stand are long, and the prices are criminal anyway. You go for the halls. Follow the signs to the theater designated on your ticket before heading inside. Sight the absolutely crowded theater. You head towards the seat only to be told by the person next to it that's being saved for someone. This happens a few more times before you finally manage to get yourself settled into a seat annoyingly off center to the screen. The screen's at least visible, if not a little too close, so you grit your teeth and bear it. Lights fade out, but the chatter doesn't. The rest of the audience seems content to talk through the commercials and through the trailers. You figure the chatter will stop when the movie actually begins, but it doesn't even get slightly quieter as the opening scene begins to play out. You say out loud, not thinking anyone would hear you anyway. This is why you avoid movie theaters like the plague. So the screen changes, showing the face of a black cat. A familiar black cat. Oh god. Confused murmurs fill the room, but then the cat on the screen meows. So that's strange, not at all like any catching sound, haunting, almost melodic, and layered as if made multiple voices of different creatures. Creatures I would probably never say You sit in confusion, wonder why you haven't already got up and let's complain to the cinema stuff. Then you hear it. It's scattered and dissonant at first, but among the crowd, people start turning along with the cut on screen. What the frick? So the entire room is chanting in perfect unison, everyone staring intently at the cat on the screen. You feel strangely drawn to the screen yourself, but the compulsion to stare blankly like the others isn't that strong for now. Also, you start to notice out the corner of your eye that some of the people in your immediate vicinity are looking at you. No. They're outright staring holes into you even as they continue chanting. They don't miss a beat as they slowly begin to frown at you in blatant disapproval. Their scowls deepen as time goes on as if they're getting impatient. Try to leave. It's too weird, I need to get out of here. Gathering your courage, or perhaps finding a theater, you usually stand up, fully intending to lead the theater. And everything comes to an abrupt stop. All the chanting stops, even the cat's chanting on the screen. You tend to risk a glance around the theater. They're all staring at you, every single one of them. They're not moving, they're not even blinking. You swallow, throat suddenly dry, even though a nervous sweat completely soaks through your clothes. You highly doubt that sitting back down will fix the situation. Your legs are shaking on the audience unnaturally intense scrutiny. You force yourself to step forward and forward and forward until you finally reach the end of the aisle. You feel their collective gaze even worse on the staircase. All their heads are turned uncomfortably to the left to look directly at you. A screen illuminates their faces, making clear their blank scowls. They seem even more upset than they had been minutes ago, identical frown lines sticking between their brows. You keep going, the heavy atmosphere becoming more and more oppressive with every step. You're so tense with anticipation that you fully expect someone to grab you behind. But no one does. You don't hear any of them even get up. You exit the theater, holding your breath as the door closed behind you. You briskly walk through the halls, putting as much distance as possible between you and that theater full of people. Finally reaching the lobby, you just barely manage to catch yourself from falling to the floor as you go up in a huge gasp of air. You expect to feel relief as your breathing calms, but you feel a lingering sense of dread that only spikes once you finally notice it. Well, as its source, you look up and your stomach sinks. Bruh. The people in the lobby area at the movie theater, everyone in line at the concession stand, all of them are staring at you. And they look even angrier than the people in the theater. You don't hesitate this time. You duck your head, avoiding eye contact, and leave the cinema. You ignore the glares of everyone and ticket booths to the lines leading to them. You make your way home. Whenever you dare look up someone on the way, you flinch at the blatant anger, fury, and disgust in their face. You think you start to hear the faint sound of a cat's meowing behind you, or maybe a kitten's. Doesn't matter, you just want to go home. You reach the front door and fumble the keys, carrying from the look of pure hatred on your neighbor's face as he stares at you from his door. Finally, you get inside your apartment, lock all the locks on the doors, and slide down with your back against it until you're sitting on the floor. You lay yourself a moment to breathe. Now home, your heartbeat calms and your fear slowly bleeds from you, leaving you feeling strangely empty. You pass the kitchen, head to your room, slip under the covers of your bed, trying to fall asleep. Maybe it's all just a bad dream. As you fall into a fitful sleep, sure to be full of nightmares and glaring eyes. Try to ignore the ever-increasing sounds of cats meowing and yelling in the distance outside your apartment. Ending 17 back sheep. Okay. I'll probably leave this one here. If you guys enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.
I will keep on flying through the shadows. As a dragon, I will survive.